The first time I saw him, he was standing in the corner of a thrift shop. He wasn't particularly well painted, but there was something about his shadowed face and dark eyes that intrigued me. I brought him home, hung him up in my hallway, and got on with my life. It wasn't until weeks later that I noticed something strange. It was then I realized that he seemed to be turning his head ever so slightly towards me. I shrugged it off as a trick of the light and went about my day. But as the days turned into weeks, I couldn't help but feel that something was off. His eyes, which were once hidden in shadow, now seemed to be gazing directly at me. They were a piercing blue, the kind that seemed to see right through you. I tried to convince myself that it was just a painting, just an old painting with a bit of gash on the canvas, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. One night I got fed up. I grabbed a sheet, a heavy one, and I laid it over the painting. In the morning, I went to take it down, and this is what I saw. The cloth had been burned at the edges, almost as if an invisible hand had reached out and grabbed it, pulled it down from the frame. I yanked it free, revealing the painting underneath, except now the man's eyes weren't directed at me. They were now turned slightly upward, as if looking at something above me. I was scared, but more curious than anything. What was this painting? Who was it of? And why did it seem to be reacting to me? I tried to throw it out, but it disappeared. The next day, I found it leaning against my wall, and every night after that, his eyes seemed to get just a little bit closer to mine. Now, some people might have just seen an old painting with a bit of gash on the canvas, but I knew better. This was no ordinary painting. It was a portal, a window into another world, a world where I was being watched, studied, and perhaps something far more sinister. Every night before I go to bed, I pull the covers over my head, hiding from the eyes that seem to follow me around the room. Some might think it's just a painting, but I know the truth. It's a window to another world, a world where I am being watched, studied, and maybe even hunted.